Greetings, and welcome to what might be the first and only anime vlog that I do, because I wanted to talk about an anime, and I'd been thinking about doing these, and I just watched an anime that I really love, but I'm very distracted by this nya. Ooh. Anyways, Froyo, what did we watch this week? We watched A Place Further Than the Universe, aka Sora Yorimo Toi Basho. Anyways, A Place Further Than the Universe, you've probably already seen it, but I finally just saw it because I'd been sleeping on it, and you should see it too if you haven't. So if you're not familiar, A Place Further Than the Universe is about people pitch it as a group of four Moe girls go to Antarctica. And that's not strictly incorrect, but I feel like it's not quite a fair comparison because it doesn't feel like a moe anime once you start watching it. It's too sad and thoughtful and too much stuff happens and it has too much to actually say. So it's very much not like K-On, but it's in Antarctica. Like it's friggin' good. But so first we got to talk about the characters because we have our four girls and of course that's very important in a moe anime. So first you have Kimari. And Kimari is to me the least interesting character because she's kind of an archetype, you know. She's friendly, she's shaped like a friend, she's kind of a doofus, and she wants to help people, and she's very positive and nice. So just kind of just the Yui kind of figure, you know it, you've seen it. But what I do like about her is that when she starts the show, she really wants to go on some kind of adventure. She wants to break out of her everyday rut of going to school and the same thing happening. But you can tell that she's a little trepidatious. So she likes the idea of going on an adventure, but she's a little scared to actually pull the trigger on it. So what she needs is Shirase, Poo, who's the actual one the series really revolves around in terms of she's what drives the plot because she's the one who has a very personal connection to Antarctica. Her mom died out there. She went missing and died, and so Shirase wants to go to Antarctica as a way to kind of understand her mom better and get closure because she was still in middle school at the time and now she's in high school and so she's been kind of hanging on this whole time and not able to move on. And then they meet my favorite one, who's the third one, who's Hinata. Hinata is the best. She's a character that I feel like you don't see a lot in anime like this because she is a high school dropout, but not in a like, oh, her dreams were destroyed kind of way. Like, she's got her shit together. She works at what's basically a Lawson's, which is a Japanese convenience store chain. You can tell from the clothes. I don't think it's actual product placement. I think it's just one of those things where it looks ridiculously similar to the real thing. So her and Kimari are working at the Lawson's together, and she wants to go along on this trip because she heard the two of them talking about it because she wants to have one last hurrah before she does want to go to college, so she's going to have to take all those entrance exams and stuff. So she wants to have like a little last adventure party before she has to really focus and buckle down on that. Because she did get her GED. And I just like her because, again, like, she's kind of silly and she's friend-shaped kind of like Kimari, but she's got her shit together. She's making money. She's making it work. And I really appreciate that about her. And I like her a lot. Though her voice is kind of a weird anime voice that doesn't sound like a person, but what you gonna do? And then the fourth character, who I think is kind of the most like moe cartoonish, is Yuzuki. And she is a pop idol person. She's kind of like a child actor, child star, high schooler, famous person. And she's the one who makes it possible for them to all really go to Antarctica because she was going to go anyways for her job. They had some kind of, like, let's get the kids and people excited about science with Idol Girl talking about Antarctica, which is the kind of thing you could kind of see happening in real life in Japan. So she was already going to go, but she actually didn't want to go because she feels like she's losing all of her high school time to her idol work and her, acting work. And so she feels like she's not getting to live her life at all. But thankfully, she makes three friends that she can go to Antarctica with, and they can all go together, and she can have friendship. But the reason she feels a little too cartoony sometimes to me is the like, I don't understand how friendship works, even though I had these friends that I had before and kind of fell out with. I want you to sign a contract to show that we're friends, because I think that's how that works. It was a little silly, but she's still very good and cute, and I love her. So that's our four girls. And even though, people pitch it as Moe girls go to Antarctica, most of the time in it is spent with them actually getting to Antarctica. So most of the show actually doesn't take place in Antarctica, which I think is good because you'd think like if it's a show about anime girls going to Antarctica, they're probably just gonna not think about how unreasonable that is or how unrealistic. But no, they totally acknowledge it like this is something that Shirase wants to do, even though everyone thinks that it's stupid that she thinks she can do it, because she's determined and she's got a plan. She's been saving money and it's very important to her. And so they talk about all the logistics of getting to go, having to go through training, having to get their passports and travel internationally. All these things are addressed. And, maybe it's still not like 100% realistic, and there are still some Deus Ex Machinas that help it happen. But you see them working hard to make it happen, which makes it feel earned. And so I like that a lot. And, but what is happening over there? Are you attacking the bag? You're very good. But one thing I'm not super into is the glasses friend. And I guess now we're getting into kind of spoilery talk. So I'll put a time code up to where you can skip if you don't want to hear the spoilers. And you shouldn't. If you haven't seen it, go see it and then you can watch the rest of the video because it's good. Anyway, okay, fucking glasses friend. Fuck you, glasses friend. You're not a friend, you're a glasses enemy. She's such... I don't want Kimari to forgive her. I don't want her to be like, no, we're still friends, I forgive you, I love it, because she was so bad and she did Kimari real dirty. Though I thought it was kind of funny because she's like, there's all these rumors that have been spreading about you selling your body in Shinjuku or whatever, it's just what people are saying, I just heard it. But the only person they heard it from was her, and she's the one who spread the rumors. So I'm wondering if she was like really spreading the rumors, like she said she did, but apparently she's not very good at it because they didn't hear about it until she told them. So if she had just been lying about spreading those rumors in the first place, then it wouldn't be so bad. But as is, I still think it's too bad of a thing to do, and I think that she shouldn't be friends with her anymore. But that's one of the things I do like about the show, is that especially with Shirase and Hinata, they really get into how spite is not like an inherently negative emotion. I mean, like, it's not the best, but it's very human, and sometimes it can help you do the things that you want to do and motivate you, and like, once you are able to do them, it feels even better because you had these people that were detracting you. And I like that. That feels like such a rare thing to be covered in something like this, because especially Hinata's old friends, she feels so bad that she's like, I know I should forgive them by now, I should be a better person than that or whatever, and then it's like the lesson is, no, you don't have to forgive them, it's okay if you don't, like they did you dirty and they're bitches, and you can have new better friends that actually treat you right. And it's okay, you don't have to make up with everyone or be friends with everyone. And I thought that was really cool to see addressed in a moe anime. And episode 12 is so emotions. Like, what a good ending to Shirase's arc. It's the one where she finds the email, or I mean the emails on the laptop, and it really gives you a sense of, like, what she needed was closure. Even if they had somehow found her mom's body or something, that wouldn't have given her the closure she needed. But going there and seeing all these emails that she's been sending this entire time, like, she knew they weren't getting to her, on some level, but she still just kept having to send them because she really wanted her to be getting them somehow. But then you see them all just coming in, and like, she has to accept that they've been going basically nowhere, and here they all are in front of her, all of her feelings she's had all this time. And oh man, cry, but it's good. It's good and cathartic, and I like it. I like it a lot. And then the last episode with the Aurora thing was very unfair to me and my feelings and my tears, and how dare they. I cry and cry. But what else? So it really feels like the show's thesis. I mean, obviously there's a lot of themes, but it's like, It's not saying that you have to forgive everyone like Kimari does, or you shouldn't forgive people like Hinata and Shirase. It's just, you gotta do what's right for you, and you can't worry too much about whether, like it makes you a bad person or a good person or whatever. You gotta look out for yourself in a way that's the most healthy for you. And I like it a lot. It's good. Oh, I forgot to mention, I didn't like how she left all the money in Antarctica. I get it. I get why it's a thing, but I was still like, so much money though. Later you're gonna be like trying to pay rent and you're gonna be like, shit, I wish I had that money though. I guess she'll be fine, but it's like, come on. Whatever. But it's still good and I get it. I get it. Okay? Get it. As for other things, the visuals I like a lot. It has that, the super white highlights around everyone that always makes me think of the McDonald's commercial with the girl who really loves her senpai and wants to be like her. That style of highlights always makes me think of that. And I guess it's kind of like the hot style right now for certain things, and I'm into it. It doesn't work for everything, but I think it works here very well. I guess I could complain that Hinata and Kimari look a little too similar once their hair is down. It's like you have the two long dark-haired ones and the two brown-haired ones. But it was never a problem in terms of, like, I don't know which one's talking right now. Except maybe a couple times, but it's not a big deal. The music, the music was good, but not super memorable. I thought the OP was serviceable, and the ending was really cute. But, I'm not going to be looping them on iTunes or anything. So it was just kind of what it needed to be for the show. So, in conclusion, would I recommend watching this? Hell yes, I would. People I would recommend it to, if you like good things and emotional things and want to see these girls go on a journey where they learn about themselves. Things, people I wouldn't recommend it to. If you need anime to have explosions all the time, or it's boring to you, or if you don't feel like being sad, maybe because some of the episodes are pretty sad. Um, but anyway, if you'd like to see me do another one of these, if there's a cool anime you think I should watch and talk about, leave a comment below, I guess. And if not, whatever. I just wanted to talk about an anime, so I did. And I think that it should be referred to as Sorayori and not Yorimoi, because Yorimoi, I think it's just made up of all the the hiragana characters in the title, and it's nonsense sounds, and I don't like it as much as Sorayori, and that's why I don't call it Yorimoi. Okay? You should call it